What could make 9 skilled hikers slash open their own tent in the dead of night and walk barefoot into the frozen wilderness? No boots, no coats, just the snow. In February 1959, on the slopes of Russia's Ural Mountains, a mystery was born, one that has haunted investigators, scientists, and conspiracy theorists for more than 60 years. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, just 23 years old. Alongside him were 9 fellow students and recent graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute. All were experienced mountaineers. Their goal? Reach Mount Otorten, a remote peak deep in the Urals. The expedition was officially classified as Category 3, the hardest possible trek. Yet for this team, it was meant to be just another challenge. They carried journals, cameras, and their spirits were high. But fate intervened early. One member, Yuri Yudin, fell ill and turned back. That decision saved his life. He would be the last person to see his friends alive. By February 1st, the group set up camp on the eastern slope of a mountain the local Mansi people called coldest. Its name translates chillingly to Mountain of the Dead. They were expected to send a telegram by February 12th, but the message never arrived. Families grew worried. Then search parties were dispatched. What they found was stranger than anything they could have imagined. On February 26th, rescuers discovered the group's tent. It was half buried in snow, slashed open. Not by claws, not by storm damage, but from the inside. Inside, everything was neatly arranged. Coats, boots, food, even money, untouched. Outside, 9 sets of footprints led away. Some barefoot, some in socks, one in a single boot, and strangest of all, they weren't running. The tracks showed they were walking, calmly, into the darkness. The searchers soon found the first 2 bodies beneath a cedar tree, nearly a mile from the tent. Both men wore only underwear. Beside them lay the remains of a small fire. A few hundred yards closer to the tent, 3 more bodies, including Igor Dyatlov himself, were discovered. Their positions suggested they had been trying desperately to crawl back, but the last 4 would not be found for 2 more months. Buried under 13 feet of snow in a nearby ravine lay the final members of the group, and their injuries defied belief. One had a crushed skull. 2 had broken ribs so severe that investigators compared the force to a speeding car crash. Yet their bodies showed almost no external wounds, no cuts, no bruises. It was as though they were shattered from the inside. And then came the most horrifying discovery. Lyudmila Dubinina was missing her tongue, her eyes, and parts of her face. To this day, no one knows how or why. Adding to the strangeness, several items of clothing tested positive for radiation. So what happened on that frozen slope? The Soviet investigation ended with a vague conclusion. The hikers died from a compelling natural force. But what force could explain what was found? Theory 1, avalanche. Some argue it was a slab avalanche. A wall of snow striking the tent could have forced the group to cut their way out and flee. But skeptics point out that no clear avalanche evidence was found at the site. Theory 2, military. Others believe the hikers stumbled into a secret Soviet weapons test. Strange orange lights were reported in the skies that night. Radiation found on clothing only fuels suspicion. Theory 3, infrasound. Another theory suggests infrasound, low-frequency sound waves caused by the wind. This could induce panic, hallucinations, even physical discomfort, driving the group into irrational behavior. Theory 4, paranormal. And then, there are those who whisper darker explanations. An encounter with something not human, a force beyond science. After all, the mountain's name was the Mountain of the Dead. Decades later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the most chilling mysteries in history. Researchers, hikers, and armchair detectives still debate it endlessly. Documentaries, books, even government reinvestigations. Yet still, no clear answer. 9 hikers walked into the night. None returned, and the truth remains buried beneath the snow of the Ural Mountains. Then softly, almost daring, what do you think happened on the Mountain of the Dead? Drop your theory in the comments. But beware, once you dive into the Dyatlov mystery, it may never let you go.